Hey, welcome back to another episode of TuneQuest. Just before we begin, there's a link to a free online course and community below. Check it out. Alright, today we're looking at Lunch by Billie Eilish. I'm going to start with the chords, and you can use these to sing along, and we'll go from there, right? So the first chord is this. Right, so we have an E minor. Right, in the right hand, I've got this E minor triad in its second inversion, right? Which basically means that we have this regular E minor triad, and we're taking that fifth and we're lowering it down an octave. We have this, right? And then the next chord is B minor, right? So we're simply keeping that B there, and we're lowering the other two notes to this B minor triad, right? Now in the left hand, you want to have this arpeggio pattern where you're going root 5, octave 5, root 5, octave 5. And we're going to do the same for the B. Root 5, octave 5, root 5, octave 5. Right, in this instance, B, F sharp, B, F sharp. Right, for the E, E, B, E, B. So you've got this. Now what you need to do here is you need to lift that thumb of the right hand, because you're using it here first in the right hand, but then the left hand wants to use it. So simply just lift the thumb, make way. Alright, so do that. That repeats 3 times, and then it goes to this chord, A major. Right, so simply make an A major triad in the right hand. The left hand is doing the same pattern. And again, we need to lift that thumb to make way for the left hand. You see that? You can see my thumbs doing a thumb war here, right? And then down to a G major. Same thing. That's just a G major triad, right? So all together. So those are the chords, that's the chord progression, and yeah, let's go from there. So we're going to look at the melody now and the rhythm. I think the rhythm and the attitude of the song is probably what's most important, right? When I say attitude, it's a way that we're going to articulate the notes. Most importantly, we want to articulate these notes as staccato, right? So it sounds like this. Right? So you can already hear that the attitude is really different. If you want to learn all about staccato and how it works as a technique, I've got an entire video on articulation and exercises to help you develop your articulation in the free course below. So definitely check that out. So basically, it's got this short and sharp attack, right? You want to specifically do it on the left hand. You want to make it bouncy, right? Sorry, I feel like I'm playing it a little bit too fast. Let me slow it down a bit. Right? It's got this more, these notes have more bounce to it, right? And the right hand has this, it's got this, right? It's got this funky rhythm to it, right? And where we're playing these chords, we're doing it every time we hit that 5. See, we've got this 1, 5, octave 5 arpeggio. Every time you're in that 5 between the octaves, that's when you want to hit that right hand. Right, it's this kind of reggae ska type rhythm, right? And the reason why that works is because the way that a bar is structured is it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and we're playing these chords on the and. 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you want to learn more about that and how that works, there's also a video on rhythm, groove, and feel in the course. Yeah, it's more about the attitude, right? You want to play these notes as staccato, right? And then we go down to the A, same thing, and then a G. Right, so that's kind of the feel of the song, right? And like I said, I'd say that's a big part of the song, right? Just take one listen to it, listen to the lyrics. Okay, it's got a bit of attitude, right? Yeah, so definitely try to get that articulation. We want to capture the feeling of the song, the feel, the groove. Alright, so let's look at the melody now. There's one main melodic idea. Actually, there's three melodies we're going to look at. Let's look at the main one that Billie Eilish sings for most of the song. It goes like this. Right, so it starts on that B, climbs up D, E, F sharp, and then just plays around on these notes. Right? How does that work with the left hand? Let me show you. Right? Right? Let me play that slower for you. Every note is playing together. The right hand, the left hand and the melody, they're all in sync, right? Notice this? Right, so when there's a note in the left hand, there's also a note in the right hand. Okay, so that's kind of the main melodic idea, right? Now, we have this other secondary melody that happens, I'd say 1/3 of the way through the song, that goes like this. Okay, so that's like this. The main melody here is... right? So A, right, starts on the A. And then it goes to the F sharp. Right? Now what I'm doing here is I'm actually also playing this D just to give it a little bit of extra something. Right? Over that A, F sharp, B. Right, so with the left hand. Now what you can do here in terms of dynamics is you can really kind of throw away the staccato for a little bit and bring in some legato and maybe a little bit more energy. We're changing the feel a little bit, right? So we're going from this, because I feel like this little bit is more... I don't know, it's a little bit more emotional, I suppose. So we want to... Basically, what I'm doing here is I'm holding the sustain pedal, right? And then you hit... right? So you can kind of play around with those those dynamics. Those dynamics. Please excuse my goofy mood. Right? Yeah, the main thing here is the articulation with staccato, right? Which basically means just those... you're not holding the notes too long. You're keeping them nice and short and clipped. And you're playing with playing them with a little bit of attitude. Okay? Now, we have a little bit of a piano melody kind of midway through the song that goes something like this. Again, the left hand is staying the same. We're holding that progression. Now, the right hand, the melody, is using an octave, which basically means that we're playing the same melody with the thumb and the pinky. Now, you don't have to do this, but I think that's what's being played in the song, and it just makes it stronger, okay? So basically, it goes like this. Right? Let me play it slowly with the left hand. Right? Okay, so there are a bunch of ideas that you can kind of play around with. We have, you know, just playing the chords, right? Staccato, bit of attitude. We have, you know, the melody. Right, and we have this section. Right, so there's a bunch of different ideas, and don't forget that you can kind of also change the register. So let me play that exact bit there, but upper register, and notice how it changes. Right, changes the feel. Right? Okay, so that's pretty much the end of the tutorial. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Also, if you want to learn more about dynamics, articulation, how to use the left hand, all of these kinds of things, check out the free course. Honestly, it's like 9 modules of material. There is so much that you can learn from there. I'm here to help you improve as a pianist and as a keyboard player and really unlock your own creative expression. That's what I hope to achieve with this channel and with my course and all of that. So check the top link below. And if you want to donate, there's also a link there as well. Okay, thank you so much. Stay inspired, and I'll see you next time. Bye.